大家好，我係 Wing 林永嫻。咁咧，今日好開心翻到嚟咧，就請到 Judge Gray Mitchell 喎。Judge Gray Mitchell 咧就係 running for LA County 嘅 District Attorney。佢已經幫 LA serve 45年噶啦，佢亦都係一個老師17年噶啦已經，咁亦都係檢察官啦。而家咧佢就係 LA County 嘅 Superior Court Judge，做咗18年噶啦。佢亦都係成立咗一個叫 Skip Row Running Club，專係幫啲有需要人士啦，同埋啲露宿者嘅。咁啊，I'm honored today to have Judge Gray Mitchell and to join us. He running for LA County District Attorney. He served LA for 45 years. He was a teacher for 17 years and then a prosecutor. And now he's an 18-year LA County Superior Court Judge. He also founded the Skid Row Running Club, helping the people with addiction and homelessness. Hi, thank you and welcome the judge. Hi, good morning.
Thank you. Good morning. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for joining us today. I know you're very busy, still taking time to talk to us. And why don't you introduce yourself to the audience?
Well, as I have been kindly introduced, I am currently a Superior Court judge here in Los Angeles. And what I have witnessed over the last 3 years in my courtroom has compelled me to change or anticipate changing my career, because there are so many instances of crimes being committed in Los Angeles where the perpetrators of those crimes are not being held accountable in any reasonable or just way. People who commit acts of violence are giving probation, no jail time. People who inflict great injury on others suffer no consequences. And so, that just needs to change. And that's why I'm running for this office.
I agree. Thank you for doing it. Judge 咧就話佢而家就想run 呢個district attorney 啦，因為咧就佢見到而家好多罪案啦，尤其是 LA 啦，真係發生咗好多好多人犯咗罪，但係咧就放翻出嚟嘅，咁好多人都好憤怒嘅，我都係其中之一啦，所以今日咧特登請到個 judge 咧嚟上嚟同我哋傾下點去改變到呢個令到我哋更加安全啦住啦。I know I'm so glad that you are making that decision. I know it's a big step because it's probably going very busy for you to run the campaign and everything. And when you're running this campaign, what do you think? How do you make a difference from your opponent?
Well, certainly my background is very different. There is no other candidate who has been a teacher for 17 years. There is no other candidate that hasn't been a felony trial court judge for the last 18. There is no other candidate that has worked with the homeless and the addicted population for the last 12. So that experience, obviously pertains to how I view the world, how I view people, how I treat people. And all of those are very important in terms of the decisions that I will be making as district attorney.
Judge 咧就話我問佢佢 run 呢個district attorney 啦，佢點樣可以同佢競爭對手去 compete 咧？咁佢咧就話咁，因為佢嘅經驗好豐富啦，咁佢係一個 teacher 已經幫咗人哋17年啦喺 teacher 度，咁亦都咧做呢個prosecutor 做咗好耐啦，而喺個Superior Court Judge 咧已經做咗18年噶啦，咁所以咧佢見過好多唔同嘅 case 啦，亦都幫咗好多嗰啲露宿者啊，同埋有啲藥物drug addictive 嘅人咧，都幫咗佢好多嘅，咁所以咧佢啲經驗咧，所以真係可以幫到佢做呢個 district attorney 嘅。Yeah, I know you also found the Skid Row Running Club. I know that's probably going to help you. How you going to help you shape the criminal justice outlook?
Well, so many people who are processed through the criminal justice system, if you look closely at their lives, many of them suffer from addiction. Many of the property crimes, burglary, theft, robbery, all of these crimes are largely perpetrated by people who are trying to support their drug habits. And so my work on Skid Row enables me to understand what is necessary to take a person from addiction to long-term sobriety. And obviously, once they are clean and sober, there is no impetus for them to commit crimes to support their addiction. And so what I have done on the last 12 years on Skid Row really, I think, is going to be a tremendous benefit to our community to get people off of drugs, stop committing the crimes to support their habits, and leading productive, meaningful lives.
Great， 咁啊 ，Judge 咧就話因為佢成立咗一個Skid Row Running Club 啦，就係專係幫啲好多有毒癮啦，或者啲露宿者嘅。咁佢咧就喺呢個 program 做咗12年㗎啦。咁所以佢用呢啲經驗係幫呢啲人解決咗問題。當佢解決咗好多問題咧，佢就好多時唔需要出去去或者去搶嘢啊、打劫啊嚟 support 佢哋嗰啲 drug 嘅 habit 啦。咁 I really appreciate. I really hope that will really solve the problem. I know because lately I saw the news. There a guy in San Francisco outside the school holding a sign and say 3 fentanyl. Let the people have the new user. Giving out the fentanyl. Fentanyl is really, really addictive drugs. So it's crazy. A lot of parents, I have 3 kids too, so very upset when you see something like that. It's just like drugs everywhere. How do you stop all this?
Well, unfortunately, the current district attorney does not prosecute drug-related crimes appropriately. And as a result, since the drug dealers and drug users know that they're not going to get prosecuted, the drug dealing has just exploded in Los Angeles. And that has to stop. And another very negative consequence of the district attorney not prosecuting those type of crimes is law enforcement essentially now turns a blind eye. They understand that if they arrest somebody, nothing happens. So there is no motivation for them to make the arrest. I have literally seen drug sales going on within feet of myself, within feet of police officers. They just keep going.
Yeah, I can feel it 咁我就問阿 Judge 咧，因為咧我喺一個嘅朋友咁就同我講，佢咧就喺三藩市有一個人咧揸住個 sign 叫做free fentanyl 嘅 sign。咁咧呢個 fentanyl drugs 咧就係非常之仲非常之即係危險嘅。咁但係咧佢就係俾人哋 for free 喎。咁啊喺學校附近，咁好多家長梗係好嬲啦。咁所以咧阿 Judge 話，因為咧而家好多人去買毒品啊，供應毒品啊，係佢唔會有好多嘅prosecute，好難會去坐監啊，或者冇乜去後果啊，咁變咗咧，所以好多人都會犯呢個罪咯。咁我覺得呢樣嘢真係要即係大家都要去解決嘅。Yeah, I know. With especially the no bail policy, I know everyone's very upset about it. What are you going to do with that?
Well, I mean, the district attorney needs to work with the administration of the Superior Court to change the policy. I mean, the optics are horrible. You vandalize a store, you engage in drug use, you get essentially what amounts to a traffic ticket. Okay? There is no disincentive currently to lead a law-abiding life. And the point I also want to make is the relationship between the district attorney and law enforcement at this point is non-existent.
Wow.
Law enforcement cannot stand the current district. It is essential that the district attorney and law enforcement work together. That is not happening now. Law enforcement is so discouraged by the lack of prosecution that is going on, that they essentially, don't want to make contact with people who are committing low-level crimes. And so those people certainly understand what's going on. They take advantage of that situation. They engage in criminal activity, knowing full well that they will never be held accountable. And it is really creating a situation in our communities where, crimes against other people are going up and up and up.
Yeah, I don't feel safe. I've been living in LA for more than 30 years. I never feel like that before. Right now, it's a lot of, I'm a victim too. My car got broken into, a lot of my friends, the house got robbed, and the business, everything, it's just like, wow, it's like, what's going on? We're not feeling safe, I hope what you can do, how are you going to change the law to make it like maybe a stricter law to make everyone safer?
Well, no, there needs to be a change in the law. Prop 47, which was enacted several years ago, essentially rendered all theft-related crimes misdemeanors as long as the value of the item taken was under $950. Drug use is now a misdemeanor, and misdemeanors are not being prosecuted. George Gascon has decided, for whatever reason, that those are not serious enough crimes to deserve his attention, and it has created what you have explained, the public feeling very unsafe in what was previously safe communities. And my intent is, within a month of being elected district attorney, to go up to Sacramento and say, you may thought you had a good idea a few years ago, but we need to revisit this because people are not safe.
Yeah. So the judge 咧就話而家好多罪案咧，真因為嗰個 district attorney 同埋佢嘅警察咧係冇乜溝通，因為佢咧警察真係冇乜嗰個 motivation 去處理啲低嘅罪案啦，因為好似而家950蚊嘅以下嘅都係唔會去 prosecute 佢啦。咁 judge 咧就話，如果佢 elect 咗之後咧，1個月內咧。佢咧就會去 Sacramento 就係California 嘅 capital 啦，咁咧就會同佢哋應該要改好多呢個 law，因為咧令到我哋更加住得安心啲啦。因為我自己都係 victim 啦，我架車又俾人剝咗啦，我啲朋友嘅屋企咧又俾人打劫，而 even 生意啊 business 嗰度咧都係好多好多慘，即係好在唔係受傷咁，但係都損失咗好多啦，所以我哋都應該要一個安全嘅地方去住嘅。咁 I really everyone really want change. We cannot really stand. That's why we're here today to ask you all the questions, and we'll try to help. See, we can help you with your fundraising. I know it's going to take a lot to run the campaigns. So, what's your goal about fundraising?
Well, I mean, fundraising is crucial. I expect that George Gascon will be well funded. We are in the process of reaching out to members of not only Los Angeles County, but beyond, who recognize that LA needs to be returned to safety. And we hope that people visit the campaign website where they can donate. We also have scheduled 10 fundraisers. And we're expanding that number almost every day, where I actually go to someone's home, meet with a group of concerned citizens, and explain, answer questions, and hopefully at the end of that, and it's been very productive so far, people open their wallets, their checkbooks, and make this campaign viable.
係啦，咁咧我就同阿 Judge 講，因為佢而家去 run 呢個 LA District Attorney 啦，因為咧都需要好多資金去做呢個 campaign 嘅，咁我哋大家都會好落力去幫手啦。咁我知道嚟緊呢個禮拜日咧，就我哋朋友Raymond 就會咧就幫Judge Judge 咧做一個 fundraising 嘅。如果大家有興趣咧，可以留言啦，同大家我可以分享下我哋呢個fundraising 嘅information 啦。咁 so today best luck of Judge Gray Mitchell, and I hope you can really help us to change the law and help us to make it safer to live. Everyone just want a better home and be happy, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I've spent 45 years trying to make Los Angeles a better place, and I am committed as district attorney to really reduce the crime, to make people feel safe in their neighborhoods, and that is going to start by holding those who commit crimes accountable. If people need to go to jail, they need to go to jail. If they need to go to prison, they need to go to prison. And if they do not pose a danger to the community and can be rehabilitated, then that is what needs to happen. But each case needs to be considered case by case, individual by individual, and do what is right.
Yes, I totally agree. Yeah, 咁咧我就阿 Judge 咧就話，如果有人犯罪，一定要有 consequences，同埋一定要即係要有賞有罰嘅。咁希望佢咧能夠令 LA 咧去翻我哋以前一個好安心住嘅地方啦。咁希望大家都會即係安居樂業，係咪開開心心？咁 Thank you for joining us and your time. So I'll see you on Sunday. Okay?
Excellent. I very much look forward to that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you for having me.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hi，多謝大家收睇我嘅節目，記得 subscribe and 俾 like 啦。